What's going on, everybody? It's Falchion with you once again, and once again we are here with Plank. Say what's up to the people, Plank.
What up, peeps? How y'all doing?
And I have no idea where Geek is. Hopefully he's out there out all right. Hopefully he'll be able to jump in.
He's out there
at
saving the
some point.
world.
You know how he does.
Yeah.
He's a geek master.
One
So
computer.
how's this week going?
So far so good, man. Good week, good run. Been pretty busy, you know.
Busy is good.
Yeah, I've been keeping myself entertained, if you will.
Nice.
It looks like we have a gentleman on his way in.
Look who stumbles into the party.
Oh, with the fresh head, looking good.
Good evening, fellas.
Good evening, Mon Frere.
He's gonna come in. This is paramount to taking the bomb into the house, Geek. What have I told you about that, dude?
Yes, sir.
Let's see here.
I made sure I took a picture because on my TV it says scheduled for 10:30 p.m.
That's weird.
Hey, Andrea.
Hello, Andrea. Welcome to the show. Glad you could make it.
Good
We were
evening.
talking about you earlier, and it was all good. I promise.
Really
I did not convince Falchion to get anything new in electronics.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. So I've been busy. I have been trying to get things set up in my living room. I have a new addition to the family, if you will, in the living room. For anybody that may be wondering, we had I don't know how much that thing weighs, but like a 5-pound box. a new 5-pound Caucasian box called an Xbox Series S added to my living room.
That is right. Planks has gone out and purchased an Xbox Series S.
Yes.
And on that front, Geek, what's your news, bro? Nothing.
He doesn't have.
He doesn't have a new Xbox. The funny thing is that Plank has always been, well, not always. So when we were younger and we were roommates, we played on the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, a lot.
Yes, we did.
But from there, Plank became straight up PC elitist, right? Like, I would not be into PCs at all if it wasn't for Plank and our other friend Gherkin. Like, they really joked me on playing on consoles for a really long time.
Well, I mean, it's like, I try to imagine it like this, you know. When I was a child, I spoke like a child, I played like a child, I talked like a child. When I became an adult, I put away my childish things, and I got an adult PC. So when we transitioned from console to PC, like, it was night and day, you know, in terms of gaming. I remember shelling out hours into the game Soldier of Fortune 2. And in that game, you guys probably never played it, or maybe you have. It was a shooter, but it was like known for gore because you would shoot limbs off, you know, of people and stuff like that. You know, so it was a military shooter, but it had like realistic blood and all that stuff, or realistic hits, and like at the time, consoles had nothing to compare to that, you know?
Right.
So, and then I started getting into, then it started being like Quake and stuff like that, fast action first-person shooters that, again, consoles just couldn't keep up with until, as of recent technology, they're able to kind of come on board, you know, and and somewhat compete. But even now, it's still kind of a, can they compete? Can they not compete? I mean, it's all about ping and frames per second, and PC is going to win every time when it comes to that. But that being said, my Xbox Series S, love it. It's good. It's great. It's a nice device. What led up to it was Falchion messaged me telling me there was a pre-order for an Xbox. What was it? A Halo version that came out of Gamescom?
Version of, yeah.
And I didn't know what he was talking about. I just assumed he was talking about they actually had some floating out in the market, And it was funny because I jokingly said to him like a couple of days ago that I have more Xbox achievements than I have PlayStation achievements, and I don't even own an Xbox. Like, because I've used my Game Pass on my PC, and then I had like all these Xbox achievements. So I went and looked online. I'll tell you, horrible experience with Target, horrible experience with Walmart, and shady experience with GameStop. Target's website wouldn't even show you an Xbox. Like if you typed in Xbox Series S or Xbox Series X, they wouldn't even show you a placeholder for the device. Yeah, wow. It just immediately showed you controllers. And Walmart has a whole bunch of them for sale, but they don't tell you. I mean, you have to really pay attention to it. It's all outside vendors, and it's not MSRP. So It makes it look like, hey, this is the average price for these when it's not. That's not the case.
Got you.
What up, J-Law?
What's going on, Jay?
GameStop had them. Yeah, I did, man. Yeah, I did.
What's good, J-Law?
GameStop had them, but they only had them available in bundles or if you were doing the rent to own. Yeah. Okay. So do you know what I'm talking about? Where they have the $24 a month one? You couldn't buy it flat out. Yeah, you couldn't buy it flat out.
And so you didn't decide to go for that one?
No, because it would have cost me like $600.
Really?
Yeah, it's.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, if you're thinking about it, it's financing it. So with interest rate attached to it, the device would have cost me double what I would have been MSRP. Is that MSRP? MSRP. Yeah. So it'd have been atrocious for that, or it was bundled and you couldn't buy it separately. Like, what is the purpose of me buying it bundled? I already paid for the service. Yeah. Right. So I was like, okay, but I found one at Best Buy. It pops up on Best Buy's website. They've got one. And it's in, I think, 6 or 7 towns away. Wow. It's, I guess, in reference, it would probably be driving from Virginia Beach to Richmond.
Oh my goodness.
But without traffic like that. You know what I mean? Like wow. Without the tunnel traffic.
Oh my goodness.
So I ordered it. I'm like, I'm gonna go get it. They hadn't even messaged me to tell me that it, like, they had pulled it from the shelf and they had it ready. I was like, they're gonna have this ready by the time I get there.
Right.
You know? So I order it, start the drive, get out there. I get to Best Buy to get it. And in retrospect, I'm really thinking about this, how dumb this is, how stupid I just did in this performance. And I'm sure, Geek, you live in the inner city, you would feel the same way. So I parked probably 20 spots away from the building, even though there was like all these parking spots available. And I'm thinking about like how badly everybody wants these devices the entire time. And as I'm coming out of Best Buy, I'm like, somebody will beat my tail for this daggone Xbox and hold me up. If I was in any other major city walking around with an Xbox Series S, they didn't give you a bag. or anything to cover it up.
Wow.
I'm just holding this Xbox Series S under my arm. Like I'm not a target, you know, walking out to the car. And I'm like, as I'm going outside in the parking lot, I'm like really like thinking about it, like, this is dumb, Philip. Why did you do this? And I'm like looking at every car that pulls up. Like, are these people gonna try to take my Xbox? It's mine.
Oh my goodness.
The cashier, he looked like he was mad. Yeah, man. Why did it give you a bag? That should be discreet. Like, you can't be walking around in the streets with an Xbox, you know, and people like not pay attention. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking to a guy in my parking garage. The likelihood of you finding an Xbox Series X anywhere near me, I would be more likely to find a solid gold brick in my parking garage. Like, wow. You're not going to find one. But I'm up there at Best Buy, and the guy, I tell him I have my order. The guy looked pissed about it. You know, he was kind of like, can't believe you just bought this. You know what I mean? Like, he looked angry because I was buying the Xbox.
He was
like I personally took his stock.
Right.
Like I was assuming he was betting that, you know, I would never come pick it up and then he would be able to buy it or something like that. Maybe they get second dibs, but like, you know, Mr. Best Buy guy, it's mine. And I'm glad nobody mugged me on my way through the parking lot with my Xbox. But I safely got it home. You know, nobody shot at me. Nobody tried to take my Xbox. It was just dumb. I like just thinking about it in retrospect. I was like, that's the dumbest thing. Because I mean, I wouldn't say it's inner city, but it's fairly heavily busy suburban. It was a busy store for sure.
Right.
There was a lot of traffic in and out. And then like, I'm the type of person to kind of pay attention to your surroundings a bit, and like I look for entrances and exits at every place and whatnot. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, if they really wanted this Xbox, man, I was a target. I was ripe for the picking. Like, you'd have got me and got on the highway. It was right there. And I'd have never seen you again.
Right.
I've just been out holding on to my receipt, you know, but got it home, plugged it up, super easy, liked it. Played a few games, downloaded a few games, continued the games that I was playing on the PC.
Nice.
Yeah. Excuse me. I'm going to take some lessons from Falchion to get it set up to where it's more organized on my screen. But yeah, I am official next-gen console owner.
Yeah, those pins will help. But that's awesome. And yeah, J-Law, they would have had to give you a big lawn and leaf bag.
But you know,
to put really that thing in.
Thinking about it, I'm surprised that they didn't make them. Like, not so much for Best Buy or anything like that, but like, you know how you get to buy a new Apple iPhone or iPad at the stores or whatever? They always have those custom-made bags for that stuff. Yeah. You would figure that Microsoft would have taken the opportunity to maybe make a really nice custom cheap bag for them to carry it in.
Yeah, but if they made a bag, it would be branded.
That is true.
I mean, if you're going to pay for the bag, it's advertising.
Sure.
So then it would have had the same pictures as
right.
Xbox itself.
You're right.
Everybody would know. Here's an Xbox. If you're here to do me harm, bag me.
Let me ask you. I mean, like I said, you live in the city, geek. Would you have walked out there with the Xbox under your arms like you was like nobody was paying attention to you?
I would have walked out just like J-Law said. Actually, what I would have done would have been I would have called one of my friends, my friends. And I would have went and drove right up to the front of the store, walked in and got it. So you only got 3 steps to catch me.
Yeah, that's the way it was for me.
So I was thinking like that. there was this guy. He was waiting in his beat up, ugly truck. Like when I went in, and then I was looking for him when I was coming out to make sure he wasn't like still looking and stuff. I just really thinking about it in retrospect, it was the dumbest thing. Like I'm just skip-diddly-doo with my Xbox under my arm, just like, yay, I got Xbox, everybody.
I would have called my half-sister,
yeah,
who retired as the deputy warden of Rikers Island Correctional Facility. And I would have told her, bring your service weapon.
Yeah, back me up. I'm getting a PlayStation or Xbox.
Look, Xbox has made Plink.
Shoot, J-Law, I would have never gone into Baltimore to pick up a PS5. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. Omar's coming. Okay, he's gonna get those. He's gonna get your PlayStation. All right.
Stringer Bell is after you.
Yes.
So look, he said he did it on release day too. So there were people outside of the store just like mad that they didn't get one.
Dude, you're taking your life in your hands,
right? Like you should have made some phone calls.
Yeah,
you should have made a whole bunch of phone calls.
Everybody in New York knows how you can resell them.
Oh yeah.
So, matter of fact, my cousin had a PS5. Text me to tell me he had it, and then put, "Oh wait, but I'm selling it for $7 whatever." And I didn't, and I like anybody watching this channel knows that I said I refused to buy it at a nickel over MSRP.
Yeah,
and I didn't even respond to my cousin to even give the family plea. I was like, go ahead, do you, but I am not going to reward a scalper, not for a nickel.
Not gonna get me on it. Well, I will say, Geek, if you're interested, there is a Xbox Series S at Walmart right now down the street from me. It was only one, so it might be gone by now, but
See, now he's playing with my emotions, because I want that.
You want to drive on over to Minnesota, you can pay MSRP.
I want that, but knowing that by the time he get to that thing is one, no way. That thing is gone. I saw one online where they said only one left, and I was like, not even going to sit at my computer.
Yeah. Unless, it's like I said, you'd be more likely to find a solid gold brick in your driveway than you would find an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5 out in the wild, that is below that MSRP.
That's insane. That is just crazy.
I'm not in the middle of a firefight, J-Law. So I'm okay.
Oh my goodness.
Falchion told that story, so now everybody knows.
That's right.
I missed out because I was looking for cover.
It was it's a good purchase. I so far I like it. I don't have any buyer's remorse. The PlayStation has been retired back to my bedroom. The Xbox gets front and center in the living room. I got it connected to Alexa. It does all the things. So that's where I'm at now. Awesome. It's so far so good.
And because you didn't have an Xbox prior, how was the setup process for you?
It was pretty easy. It came with everything. It came with all the cables and all that jazz. It took out of the box. I was messing with my son. There's a little label on the outside of it. It's like, your dreams are now here, or your dreams are play your dreams, or something like that. And my son, I'm playing the game. You know, my son comes in, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm playing my dreams. It's like,
so did he even know you went to get it?
Yeah, jerk. I asked him if he wanted to go with me to go get it. He's like, I don't have any money to buy anything. I'm like, you don't have to buy anything. Like, I'm buying the thing. You know, he was busy playing Genshin Impact on the PC. No, he was playing Roblox with his cousin.
Gotcha.
Now, I will say the one thing I messed up with on this is that I linked the Roblox account to my name. So and he's got all the purchases on his Roblox account linked to my name. So if he wants to play his main account, he's playing it under my name. And so I get constant streams of messages from his cousin. Let's play Roblox. Let's play Roblox. Let's play Roblox. And he's like, he's bugging me all the time. Dad, I need the PlayStation. I need the Xbox. I need the Xbox. I need the Xbox because it's easier to use it than it is to use the Xbox app and all that jazz. So, and then it kicks him off the chat if we're logged into two different spots at the same time.
Yeah. Yep.
So I got to figure out that.
So we're about to say goodbye to J Law because he's about to unfollow the channel.
I know, because it's still got room to grow. I like I said, I do enjoy the device. It seems to work out really well. The setup was really easy. I had already owned an older Xbox controller for my PC. Setting that up wasn't too incredibly difficult. That one required the dongle. Yeah.
Right.
So I had to plug that in to get that to work. I had already had the charge blocks for the controllers. So there's that. I'm still using the battery. I mean, it was just nice. It came with batteries for the controller and name brand batteries. I think they're Duracells.
Yeah.
So it came with name brand batteries. So the batteries are still going strong. They're still working fine. I think really it's just a matter of learning the ins and outs of it. I was talking to Falchion earlier today. I was playing Forza, and I guess a feature of Forza is that you're look at Andrea. She's about to buy one. The plus side is that it has I guess pulls your names from your friends list. And I'm playing it, and I'm like, wait, Falchion just drove by me. What is this? And I'm like, there's no way he's playing at the same time, So
the ghost,
the
ghost vehicle.
Yeah. So and I've been messaging Falchion here and asking him small stuff about it. I got it figured out how to connect it to the TV properly and whatnot. So Andrea, I like it. I like the device. I think it's pretty solid so far. I haven't had any issues with it so far, or I'm running into anything weird with it so far. So,
what's up, geek? What's up, geek?
Comparing apples to oranges, I'm not trying to knock on PlayStation or Sony or anything like that. I just am a lot more comfortable with the Xbox setup than I am the PlayStation setup.
I think that's you being more of a PC guy. There's a lot more similarities between the Xbox and a PC than there are with the PlayStation and the PC.
Right.
So I can understand that.
Geek,
my wife just told you. My wife just told you, Geek, that she found one.
She putting you on blast, Geek. I already told your family you're getting them one for Christmas. I already committed you to it.
I am just now hoping that Evan is not watching this.
What? It's weird. I haven't gotten a message all day, and now I've got like every message in the world. While we're at it, my last bit of information, Pokemon Go, I've been kicking the crap out of kids. I own St. Paul and the Science Museum. Don't come in my neighborhood. Team Valor for the win. Yeah, I went to the Children's Museum and took that gym. And then I went to the Science Museum and took that gym. Little kids looking at me all sad in the face. Nah, yo, don't put your little Charizard out there. You know, playing with the big boys. But yeah,
Best Buy geek.
I like I said, I saw one at Walmart, so they must be having reissuing them out in the wild. You know, people for it to be sitting on the shelf at Walmart.
Right.
Not, you know, that was pretty surprising to me. I would assume that they would have been already in pre-order, ready to go. Like Best Buy had them back already set up for pre-order, stamped up, ready for people to pick them up. So, you know, for it to be sitting in Walmart, they must be introducing some stock. The guy at Walmart said that he had seen more Series S's than he had seen the PS5 or the Series X. He said he had never seen a Series X the entire time he had worked there, and that he hadn't seen a PlayStation 5 since Black Friday of last year. So, you know, they're just not out there. The Series S seems to be the only one that seems to be popping up every now and again. At least that's what he told me.
Well, no, I get notifications of restock alerts.
Yeah.
From
what's up, Lady A?
Lady A, Xbox. What's going on?
How you doing, Lady A?
Welcome to the show.
Good evening. So I'm getting notices for X's, S's. I'm actually tired of it, getting notifications for the all access.
Right.
I do get a couple of notifications of PS5s. Every time I got in that notification, I was away from my PC, and by the time I got online to look, it was sold out of stock.
Right. Are you seem to be aiming more towards the PS5, or are you aiming for the Xbox?
Glad to hear it, Lady A. Glad to hear it.
I actually.
Yeah, I'm not trying to wrap you and box you up or anything like that. I just curious.
No, I have a definitive position. You know that I'm an Xbox first player, but because of the controller, the DualSense,
yeah,
I have said to Falchion that I would, if I had an option of both and I could only do one, I would do the PS5.
Cool. Very cool.
I would certainly suggest that for you.
Just because I want to I already have an Xbox One.
Yeah.
I have a PS4 as well. So I want to experience that DualSense. Now, me and Falchion had a conversation about a week ago where I was talking about how you can connect the DualSense to your PS4. Clearly, you're not going to get the benefit of the haptic feedback. So that's something I can't get anywhere else.
Here's a question then with Falchion and you Geek, you probably know as well, since you guys have looked into it and whatnot. Can you use them on your PC?
Yeah.
The DualSense, yeah.
Yeah? Do you get all the features out of it?
No.
That depends on the publisher or the developer, but right now nothing's there for it.
So like,
which is
I'm not talking about Rumble
features, but it's very generic.
I was gonna say I'm not talking about like trying to use the PlayStation app on your PC. I'm just talking about just using it as a standard controller on your PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
you can all use about J-Law.
I know, right?
J-Law, are we winning you back right now? Did the geek just win you back? That's what I want to know. The geek just win you back. Are you gonna stick with the show? That's what I want to know.
Yes, J Law. I did say that if given the opportunity for both, I'm on the record right now as I would take the PS5 first. I wanna check out that experience.
Sure. Very cool. No, it just seems it seems pretty interesting. Like I said, and that would be nice for the group of us, I guess, since now you have all the machines through the three of us, yeah. So we can all have a unique experience to discuss.
Yeah, I think
owning everything.
that I think I want to record that. Like what that startup experience is,
Yeah.
getting all of your saves from the previous gen, because we're talking about both Xbox and PS5. And so I want to see, like, that's something I'm very mindful of.
If he
That
gets the PlayStation.
I'm gonna get the play. Well, as you know me, you know I'm gonna get the play both of them at some point. You know, even if it's right before the PS6 comes out, but I'm gonna get it.
No, I just
Yeah,
like
that
I
thing
should have thought
will-
about it when I opened mine to maybe pop open my camera and whatnot and record it. I didn't even think about it, but it was I was so excited, you know. No, it's cool. Like I said, I enjoy it so far. I've had it probably about 3 days to use it, and it seems to be vibing really well. And
Yeah, Lady A has a PS5 as well.
even with my 11-year-old, um, oh, I do have a negative for it, and it's only from my 11-year-old who has a negative for it. And it's mostly about publishers. Yeah. So he likes to play the game Genshin Impact.
Mhm.
And Genshin Impact is not available on the Xbox. The developers don't agree with each other.
Yep.
So, and there is nothing in the future of Genshin Impact ever coming to the Xbox.
So that being said, there are workarounds, and that's the good
you were
thing
saying
about the Xbox, right? So with the new um, ability to use cloud services on the Xbox, I know that you can already use cloud services on like your phone, tablet, PC, or whatever. But it's coming out soon that you can use those cloud services on your Xbox. You will be able to play anything that you could play on PC. Let me put that in air quotes, on your Xbox, because you'll just be able to play it through the what is it called? Playing the browser, the Edge browser, right?
Edge browser, yeah.
The Edge browser. So you will be able to do that here in the very near future, but it is just a big workaround that's kind of crazy, but it will give you like a lot of opportunities. And not only that, that's going to also give you opportunities to do the same thing on it, I saw was Austin Evans do a video this past week where, see, they build computers, if you don't know the channel, and they built a computer in a car, right? But then they switched the PC out for an Xbox Series X, and so they went in there and checked it out, and to see if they could play, because they already have all this stuff, being a big channel like they are. If they could play stuff on the PlayStation, PC games, like strict PC games that aren't normally on the Xbox, through the Xbox using it, and they were able to with no problem. So it was definitely pretty good. Um,
Very cool.
So real quick, let me try to win J Law back one more time in this show, and with his series that he suggested a long time ago. So today, in gaming history, J Law's gaming history, on the Xbox 360, Saints Row launched 15 years ago. But special for J Law this week, Ark Survival Evolved launched on the PS4 and the Xbox One. We're saying that a little bit quiet. Just 4 short years ago. So there you go. Yay.
I will say that I just recently beat Rockwell. Yeah.
On what map? Which
on
map?
PC on Gen 2.
Gen 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a a guy in our group on the PS5, PS4, PS5 that just beat Rockwell. He soloed it. Did you solo it?
Yes, I did.
All right, I'm gonna need to talk to both of you guys about it.
It was it was very, 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 very challenging, but very cool. David Tennant. I don't know about Vin Diesel, but David Tennant's voice. David Tennant did great voice acting. It was really cool. Very cool. No, I didn't have any game lag. And I could take a quick punch at that because I own a PC that's high end, not a console. But
there you go. Back to the usual point.
No, I didn't have any game lag. It ran really well, and but it was chaotic. There was a lot on the screen. It was hard, mostly because of everything that was on the screen. And Lady A arc is almost a life. Like it's a lot to it. It's play as you will. I always discuss it with friends of mine. You can play the game. It's 3 different games playing in Ark at the same time. You're walking around, you're flying around, or you're swimming around. And each experience is completely different. And you're pretty free to do a lot, especially with the new map. There's a lot to do in the new map. It's a lot more freeing in the new map than it is on the other ones.
All right, Lady A, here you go. Right. So it's addicting because of just all the random things that you do in the game. You can build like these extravagant bases if you're into that, or you can go out and fight dinosaurs and other creatures if you're into that, or you can explore this whole world of Ark. And while one map may seem, and this I'm saying this as a relative thing, one map may seem small, and it's really not. The maps are huge, to be honest with you. But in the grander scheme of everything, if you have all the maps, the place is enormous. So for you, and I'm wondering if J Law said anything here. Okay, so J Law saying you need to play it. What I'm surprised he didn't say is that on your PS5, if you got it, you could come play with us in our private server and have a number of maps that you can. What do we at, Jay? Three maps, I think it is. We have 3 different maps going on at the same time for you to explore. So there's this huge world for you to explore, and you would be at that most fun time where you can where you're just building yourself up and learning, and that's the most fun time. At least it was for me. So that's my personal opinion. That's the most fun time.
I like to build. Learning. This is one of my base builds on Gen 2. Very huge base. Let me see if I can find some other stuff to look at here. Oh, there's more of it with a dragon and stuff. So, there's a lot there. There's a lot to do. Let me see here.
If you do decide to get it, Lady A, may I suggest making sure you at least get the Genesis 2 map, and that'll let you be everything you need to be in the game and do and have just like a whole lot of fun. And like I said, plus you could come play with all of us and just hopefully enjoy yourself.
This is a waterfall castle I built in the middle of a waterfall with a pool in the back. It took us hours to do. Actually, it probably took me better part of a week to put together that thing.
That's Ragnarok?
That was not Ragnarok.
Because I don't remember those rocks being on
that's Crystal Isles.
This is Crystal. Oh, because you're on the... I see.
Yeah, that's Crystal Isles. Let's see. Do I have another?
Yes, Lady A, my wife plays as well with us.
Andrea
so
a great ARC partner.
And she plays on the PS4 mouse and keyboard. But more than that, she plays on a PC, to be honest with you. That's her favorite place. What's going on, Shadow? Glad you could make it tonight, bro.
Hello.
Shadow Fire, how's it going?
So, yeah. Very fun game. And it's a game, Lady A, that you can start playing, get as far as you want to get or whatever, and put down for any amount of time, and then just come back and jump back into it like you never left.
Yeah.
So, like, I can say there are two games that I can really do that with, that I feel like I can really do that with, sort of, and that's Ark and Warframe. And I know you play Warframe, Lady A, or have played it. But yeah, so
hello, Shadowfire.
Yeah,
take it easy, J-Law. Get them kids to bed.
All right, take it easy, Jay. Be safe. Do your thing.
Oh, it's time to dance that dance for the kids going back to school.
Yep.
Every year before for the first day of school, we would line the kids up and do a dance.
Shoot them? Oh.
And do a dance to say, y'all don't gotta leave the house, but you got to get up out of here. And we would dance, and they would always get mad because we were having this happy dance. Me and their mother, because y'all going to school tomorrow. You know what tomorrow is? And we would start dancing. They were like, "Oh, the back to school dance." And we had a ball every year. We looked forward to it. I would run in the kitchen and go get it. Mama, it's that time. Yep. She'd be like, I was like, I got them all lined up. She would take off. Be like, all right, let's go. And we would go get in front of kids, and we would start doing some stupid, crazy dance.
I can't wait till school starts back up. I'm about to Pokemon Go crazy. Them kids can't defend their bases. I'm on it.
Oh my God.
Taking them all.
Wrong. That's just not right in any way.
That's not right. You're going to take advantage.
You're going to jack with these kids while
Man, this is the real world. I'm about to teach them. You can't protect all your bases. They belong to me now while y'all at school. I'm getting all of them. Taking all the gyms. Pokemon Master.
That's just foul.
What we got on the screen today, y'all?
What's up, geek?
All right, so let's get this going for them.
For the peeps.
I got so many tags open.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here we go.
He's popping tags, y'all.
Got eyes on the buyer?
Yep. Here he comes.
And I got the dealer. They're heading your way. They're here.
You should have eyes on the merchandise.
I sure do.
Was that a gunshot?
Yeah, they shot the dealer.
That's so unprofessional.
There's a lot of them. Can we do this?
I guess they didn't like his prices.
Nina, you
Guess
good?
not.
Apparently.
Let's do it.
Great. Whenever you're ready, Kevin.
What are you guys thinking for dinner tonight?
How about my world famous chili con carne? Hey guys, what you got in the? Oh, stolen Marshall MDI-101 M9 multi-rocket shoulder launchers. Nice. My buddies and I have been looking all over town for those. Have you been hoarding? See, we need them for our startup. It's a criminal empire kind of. After him!
I was say, what are you gonna do? Blow up your own stash? Look at that Matrix move.
Yeah, this music is gonna get claimed.
Yep.
You should buckle up.
Glad you're watching it live, because I'm gonna have to mute it.
Kevin,
Kevin's not looking so hot, bro. He's about to rocket launch his own
asshole!
stash.
Right?
Get the fuck away from my friends.
Because family. Saints Row.
So for those of you that don't know, Saints Row has always been a super over the top shooter. Geek was into it for sure back in the 360 days. I don't know if that's carried with them over the years. I personally never liked the game. What about you, Plink?
I've never played it, although I think I remember you having a Saints Row standee, didn't you?
Probably. I used to get a lot of stuff from GameStop.
He had a big, huge, like, cardboard standee of Saints Row at his apartment. But I think so, Lady Geek. Isn't it similar to GTA?
It is.
Yeah.
But Saints Row is a little bit, if that's possible, a little bit more over the top. It's a lot more about strategy. How do you get in and get out? And there are you're fighting different factions, different gangs, like different sections of the city belong to different gangs, and you have to use different tactics in order to, dispatch your enemies. So that it makes it more fun for me than GTA.
And so like I said, I've never really liked the gameplay of Saints Row because it's always been way too over the top for me. But this one that's coming out on the 25th of February, it looks fun to me because I feel like they toned it down a little bit to where it's not realistic, but a little closer to realistic and if you don't know, that's my love for games, is the more realistic the better for me. So but it seems like they brought this one a little bit closer to realistic than the other ones have been with all the craziness that you can do in those. So I'm actually looking forward to this one. I definitely want to play it.
Very cool.
But Lady A, it is considered to be similar to GTA. But it's fun in that way. Because there's a lot to do. And as you
Well, it looks like they're going to
ahead.
be releasing a sequel way before GTA is launching their next sequel, so they'll have a
Oh yeah,
they'll have a
Way
leg up
before.
on that, man. GTA 6 is never coming. No, I'm just saying. I'm not going to say never coming out, but you know, they got a long way to go before GTA 6 comes out.
I mean, I guess for some of us, GTA 6, the plan is to live that long till it comes out. Might be a little bit of a struggle.
That's messed up.
What else you got for us, Geek?
Okay, let's go to a different one. Look at, well, since Lady A is here, I need to ask the question. This.
Well, while you look for that, I'm gonna answer.
No, I got
her
it.
question. Oh, okay, go ahead.
So there it is. So, Lady A, the resident Destiny player, what are your thoughts on the Witch Queen? And especially because as we talked about it last night, now that you know that there are different tiers of the Witch Queen, so you don't have to buy that $100+ version.
Wait, there's a $100+
version, like DLC for the game?
DLC?
Yes.
Holy Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
So when you want to purchase this, it's crazy. Like, and to be that number, you know, to be that far, you know, that many DLCs in. And I think that this is supposed to be one of the last ones before they decide if they're going to go to another version, because there are talks of Destiny 3, but those are all rumors. Rumor alert, you know, that it's just rumors, but it seems to be that. So I don't know if this is just a huge cash grab. What's $279, Lady A?
Is that how much it costs? $279 someone paid for it?
Somebody paid $279 for a DL.
That's nuts.
I thought the legendary version topped out at like, I think 100 and was it 120?
Shadowfire says it's a collector's edition, is a $200 one. But I'm assuming that comes with like a toy or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Good night, dude. Like, seriously.
So since you're playing on PC, just wait, you know, a little bit. Go on to a third party, get yourself a key for a lot cheaper.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like this is something that they can't, like, okay, me and Destiny. I can play Destiny, but I play with Geek and Shadow and Lady A, and I'm so far behind them that I'm absolutely useless, right? I feel like whenever they come out with something new, if you're not on it, then you fall too far behind.
I think I understand that.
Jiminy Christmas, dude.
I think I understand that, Falchion, mostly because I was an MMO player, an MMORPG player, and Destiny kind of has an MMORPG setup to it. Yeah, so they're playing in-game content, and you've never even been that deep into the in-game. So for you to just pick up the controller and go hang out with them, you know, it's like a level 100 hanging out with a level 5. Yeah, they can help put you on their back, but for the most part, you're just there for the ride. And
yeah, I absolutely rely on them to carry me through everything because my weapons at my score don't do anything to anybody.
Yeah, it's similar. Like when we played Diablo, me and my friends played Diablo 3. Like I had a friend of mine that was completely statted and geared out. He was so fast in the game, I didn't even have an opportunity to kill anything. He was that fast in the game. So like he's just carrying me on his back going through torment levels insanely high, and I'm just picking up everything he's dropping, and that's it. Like until you get to that level, you know.
Right.
But I did.
Oh, that's Geek's 5-minute music warning.
I did enjoy Destiny 2 from what I did play. Cade 6 is pretty awesome. I'm not going to tell everybody what happened. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but Cade 6 is pretty cool. But I did enjoy it from what I played on PC. It still holds its own, you know, because it's an older game now, you know, but visually speaking, it still holds its own with a lot of other titles. The way that it looks and the way that it performs, the way that it handles.
Well, if I remember correctly, they did say that they wanted this to last for like 10 years, right?
Well, I guess if
they did say that, yes.
If they're bringing out $200 DLCs, I guess so.
But man, $200, man, that is. But I remember when people complain about DLCs, or no, you know what? I don't know that I've ever seen a super expensive DLC before.
I mean, DLCs. I mean, DLCs are the business now. Yeah, it's the way you're going to bring life out of a game. You know, for them, Destiny has been super successful on their DLC releases. You know, it's not like, I mean, the people that play Destiny, from my understanding, play Destiny. Lady A could probably attest to that.
I just want you to look at, and she complains about it every other day, and then she'll play something different, and then she'll be right back there.
At this junction in time, Lady A, don't you have an LLC set up for Destiny? Like, can you just write this off on your taxes?
Pretty much, she should, because as much as she's there, it is a job. And mind you, people, she plays on both consoles and PCs. So she's always leveling something up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on my warlock today, but I haven't done my hunter, or it's always something.
I mean, it's a solid title. It's been super successful, you know.
I mean, you can tell the success of it. Look at the different editions.
Yeah.
Of just the Witch Queen.
I feel the same way though, Falchion, what you were saying about Destiny is, I feel the same way about Warframe. The game is completely different from when I first started playing it to when I got into the middle of playing it to what it is now. It's a completely freaking different game.
Yeah.
Now, and I fired it up probably like a month ago or 2 months ago, and I was like, I don't know. You know, I was just like, I don't know. I don't know what is going on. I have no idea what I'm doing, you know, and so I just backed out of it.
So many different frames now, and just it's a
Warframe is great, and I played it way early in its inception.
Yeah,
and the game, what it was to what it is, are completely different games now.
And the fact that it's completely free and you can play it completely. I mean, there are some microtransactions that you can do for sure. But you can
by any means. Those are
easily
transactions.
you can easily play it without it if you're willing to.
Oh yeah,
to put in the grind.
If you put in the grind, you can do it. But I'm gonna be real. There ain't no micro to those transactions. Warframe probably has one of the most expensive in-game currencies I've seen on a game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really far behind on Warframe now too, Lady.
But it is a solid title. It was really fun from what I played with it and whatnot. And same thing with Destiny. It's super fun. I do enjoy it. It does look good. I tried playing it. She said she got the Vermintide. It's a lot to learn. Oh, Vermintide is hot. You know what? I gave it to you on PC. It's free now on the Game Pass for Xbox. So if you want to get it there too, go for it. But it's a fun game. It's a fun game, especially when you get the fire groups together and the horde comes. Be ready for the horde. It's nonstop action.
And Lady A, I'm playing Aliens Fireteam Elite. So just to kind of answer your question up there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Geek is yelling at us in the
No, he's not. He's not yelling at
chat.
us.
He's using capital letters and everything. No, not really. That but he is saying that we are over time, and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
we have been told that we need to try to stick to the time limit. So that's going to be it. So there were quite a few things that we weren't able to get to today. Geek had some, I know, information on Battlefield 2042 as well as the day before. And if you guys haven't checked it out, I would suggest going back to look at opening night live for Gamescom. There were a lot of announcements made, such as Saints Row, but just a ton of games. I want to say I wrote down like something to the effect of 42 games or something. And so yeah, it's free on Game Pass, Lady A. So just so you know, and I know you're rocking Game Pass, right? Right.
What's free on Game Pass?
Aliens Elite Fireteam or Fireteam Elite or something.
Okay.
It's pretty cool, but it's one of those games that you can get to the end of your mission, right?
Oh, Keisha.
And die. And if that happens, you have to start all over at the beginning of the mission. It's harsh.
Good evening, Keisha.
What's going on, Keisha? Long time no see. Glad you made it.
Keisha, you just came in after we were talking about Witch Queen. Keisha, what are your thoughts on Witch Queen? Are you getting in? I'm gonna take a little extra time for Keisha.
The Witch Queen.
After she gets her salutations in.
I can't believe how incredibly expensive that is, though, for a DLC.
That is pretty high. That's something. That's what 2-3 more games.
Right.
I wonder how much content you're getting with that, though. How many hours worth of content they're looking at for that?
I imagine it's got to be a lot, or I don't think that the Destiny community would accept it if there wasn't a lot going on.
I would say in terms of DLC, Destiny is probably right up there with WoW in terms of DLCs, how much they've expanded on that game when it first came out versus what it is now.
Yeah, I can see that. There has been a lot of DLC to come out for it, even just Destiny 2. Never mind the first Destiny. But before we go,
Keisha,
I would
no thoughts. Sorry, Keisha, no thoughts on Witch Queen. Or Shadowfire? Any thoughts on Witch Queen? I mean, that for those of you who don't know, that's how I met Lady A, Keisha, Shadowfire. We had a group for Destiny.
Group. You guys had a large group,
and it was fun times. And as you see, we're still friends to this day because of it.
Very cool. Like I said, it's a solid title.
Shadow says he's definitely get it. Well, how much are you dropping for? If you don't mind my asking, like, which tier are you going for, Shadow? Like, because Shadow, I would say, is a mainly Destiny streamer. He does stream like Monster Hunter, and saw him playing something else recently. I just can't remember off the top of my head. So, but Destiny seems to be that game he always goes back to. So, what are you willing to pay for it, if I may ask? He just says all she can say is okay.
I mean, I've bought every expansion for Ark, but I've only paid full price for one expansion. Gotcha. So I could see that. You know, a lot of people going all out. $100 bucks. I would say I probably spent $100 on Ark collectively.
But this is just one expansion. I mean,
amongst many.
Yeah, a whole lot. Shadow says he thinks it's going to bring many good things to the game. Can't wait to see how it unfolds. That's cool.
Wow.
Ooh, he's going big. The big hundo. Shadow's dedicated.
Because I even think about like
Lady A's going for gold.
I bought Ark though when it was in beta, and I only got it for $7. And then when it released, everybody got it for $60. And I was like, Jesus, you guys, it's insane. The markup. And then like every time they released a new map, the price of Ark went through the roof.
Yeah.
I mean, but you guys, you have to remember that it's until February 22nd. There's time for them to amass this money. You don't have to pay $100 tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's the DLCs. You want to be up there right away. You want the in-game content right away. It's the race to the top of the ladder, you know? That's part of the MMORPG experience. So for them to get it right away.
They don't give you that in-game experience. You purchase the Witch Queen, and there's always these missions that you have to do to level up. And now there are you have to craft weaponry in Destiny in the Witch Queen now. Oh. And so you have to craft those weapons, and they're bringing back the return of the Gjallarhorn. And to the Destiny faithful, that was the holy grail of weapons in Destiny. I remember going into raids, and the first thing people would say to you was, "You want to do this raid? You have a Gjallarhorn, right?" And you had to have a Gjallarhorn to do. Was that the Vault of Glass, Lady A, or was that Crota? No, I think it was
not
Crota.
Dropping 99 for it.
Yeah, that's what she say.
I remember back when Ion released, I was in the number 2 guild in the Asmodean side, and it was a constant battle to maintain that number 2 guild rank with the guild points. So I could only imagine for the Destiny crowd, you know, you got to stay up on that, you know, you got to get out there first.
And so that I remember going on missions because the guys would help. And that's where East Cali came in about, all right, we got to help Geek get a Gjallarhorn so we can go do Crota. And, you know, it was fun times. And so now they're doing that, and they've upped that ante by, like I said, with the crafting system, which is something new to Destiny. And I watched that video and I was like, wow. And lately I've been going around to all of my Destiny friends going, what's the best way? And I've had this question canned for everyone. Like, what's the best way to get back into Destiny right now? What do I need to do to get up to speed in order to get back into the Witch Queen or be prepared for the Witch Queen?
See, Lady A says you do have to stay up on your light level. And I remember trying to get in with them, and it was like I was playing T-ball and they were playing so for real. It was horrible. Like I just felt like such a burden for real.
Like, let's pick up Falchion again.
No. But see, he doesn't understand that was the fun of it. For all those for all those players that I said, look, I got a friend that we need to help get through this. Everybody came prepared, ready to do the grind.
Yeah. But that is part of it. Yeah. The grind.
Right. Because everybody was a noob sometime in Destiny, and people had to help you through it. Falchion felt like it was unique to him, that he was the only one that had to be helped.
No, I just felt like an absolute burden to the team. Like, you guys were out there killing all these things. I would take a shot on something and no, like 0 or your weapon doesn't work on this or something. Something popped up that let me know I wasn't doing any damage. Stop spitting at people that have guns, right? There was no COVID in Destiny.
But that's the thing is like it's an MMO, but it just happens to have guns, so you have to get up to that level, and they're trying to help you get to that level, but you have to go through it a few times to get that grind.
And to understand that because it was an RPG, that grind, while we were trying to get him stuff, we were still finding set pieces that, like, because all the Destiny players, you have all of these, especially Keisha and Lady A, like they don't like their jacket and it's not the right color. It didn't match my boots. For real, this is not. They're here, so this is not joke.
That's Diablo 3. You got to get those set pieces to make it work. Maybe some have synergy with others.
Thank you, Lady A.
Keisha said in a live game, we got her through, I believe it was Crota. I was like, Keisha, you did Crota. She was like, yeah, but I didn't like the boots that I was wearing. I killed them with the wrong boots on. I was like, oh my goodness. Really? And she was dead serious. And then the next time I saw her, she was like, look, Geek, I got the boots. She was like, Geek. And she did this spin in front of me. She's like, I got the boots. And the set did look nice, though. To give her credit. Now when I see Lady A do it, it drives me crazy. She's like, I didn't get the chess piece. Lady A. That does not change the game.
That's Diablo. It does. That's Diablo. You can either be a slug or you can be Superman by one piece. Like if you don't have the right piece, the whole synergy of the pieces don't work. So you'll be walking around like a slug, and then when you get that one piece, you'll be able to take out like tournament level 15s and all kinds of stuff like that, like just wrecking stuff. But yeah,
I don't want to just gloss past what Shadowfire said. Because they were so worried about their gear, he calls it Drestiny. Drestiny. Good one, Shadowfire. For them, it was real.
Oh, dog. My dog just slapped his ears on the trash can there. Okay.
But, I mean, it was good times.
That's cool.
And so now, I'm going to call time.
All right. Well, I have one more thing now, and it's really quick. We'd like to congratulate Geekmaster and the lovely Kimberly on the launch of their new YouTube show called Wednesday Wise. The first episode is already out, so hopefully Geek will put in the chat or something or where you can go and see that. It was a very funny show. And I'm excited to see more, and I'm excited to see you guys taking this chance to branch out and grow and try something new. So congratulations on that. Very happy for you. Very happy for you.
I was the first to comment there.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
Yep. Always showing support.
Even though I want you to know that your comment drove me crazy.
Why would I do?
People, he was the first to comment, and his comment was, "Good evening."
Oh yeah, I think because I thought it was live, and then I realized that it was not live at the time, and I was like, ah, because I was like so excited about it, and I hopped in there, and I was like, yes, and it was like not live, and I was like, oh.
I've never played it, Lady A.
Kimberly was like, "But what do they think? Ask Falchion and Plank, what do they think of the show?"
There's the link.
She was like, "Good evening. Good evening. What do they think? Was it good? Was it bad? Does that mean it was bad?" I'm like, that means he's saying good evening.
Yeah. Like I said, I thought I was in live chat. So I was like, good evening, and I jumped in and I was like, oh, I'm not in live chat. And I was like, ah, but I did enjoy it. I did watch it all the way through. I liked the show. I thought it was fun, funny little show. You guys should definitely check it out. Show some love, show some support. Get to see Geek sweat a little bit because his wife is beating him up. No, no, it was fun. It's cute to see them as a couple, chit chatting and sharing their thoughts on the world.
And it's a big deal for us because it's an undertaking. Falchion, have you looked at those numbers?
Your numbers?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I didn't get in early because I was at a funeral all day yesterday, and so I only saw it late last night, and then today, I've been busy setting this up, so no, I haven't seen the numbers yet.
Thank you, Keisha. Appreciate you. Oh
Definitely.
yeah. Oh yeah. There's gonna be we've got a number of topics lined up, and so we're gonna be batch recording just for weeks of content. So there's a whole list of things that Kimberly on her Facebook page she does, on her Wednesday Wise, and it's been going for a little while. And through the through her friends motivating her, it's been something that we decided to do, and she's really taking it on as a business.
Nice.
And now it's giving me the green light to spend money for equipment and gear. She doesn't mind now. So I have permission from the warden to go
to release the purse strings and let you go out.
Right.
Nice.
Very cool.
But guys, I appreciate all of you that came and watched, and for all of you that go and watch later, it's much appreciated. Please, if you get something crazy that you want us to talk about, make sure you leave that in the comments, because we do really look at all of that, and we will be utilizing the suggestions.
Nice. And with that, Plank, where can they find you?
You can find me here most of the time. You can also find me on Insta, Plank909, Pokemon Go, PJ Danger on Steam. Out there crushing children in Pokemon Go all the time. No mercy. Team Valor.
All
right.
Yeah, I can't believe he's going to take advantage of the kids going to school.
Right.
Oh, yes, I am. Every second of the day, I am.
That's just mean, bro.
That is wrong.
And the immortal words of Michael Jordan, forget them kids. No.
There's a commercial where they're doing a pickup game of basketball, and they pick Charles Barkley first.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Suck it, kids."
Yeah.
That's how I imagine Plank being while the kids are in school, and he's just demolishing their gyms.
Good night, Keisha.
Good night, Keisha. Thanks for stopping in.
Good night, Keisha. Enjoy your rest.
All right, Geek, where can we find you?
Okay, so now for once, I have a whole nother side screen with a box open so that Falchion cannot stumble me on this one. On Xbox, I'm GKMSTR space NYC on PlayStation, Twitch, Steam, Discord. It's Geekmaster without the vowels. So just GKMSTR. On Uplay, I am Geekmaster NYC spelled out.
Woo! Geek did it. He deserves a round of applause again.
He will not stumble me again.
And
I think
for
I'm
me,
gonna write that down and put a sticky on the side of my monitor. The list.
there you go. There you go. So just make sure you write it big enough so that you can see it, because we're all getting old. And you just haven't hit these yet.
Yeah.
Like me and Plank. But you can find me on the PlayStation, Steam, Twitch as Falchion757. On the Xbox, I'm Falchion Space GSA. On YouTube, right here at Borderless Gaming GSA. So, walk us out, Geek.
Episode 29 is in the can. Thanks, everybody, for coming out.
We appreciate you. Until next time, this is Falchion. You know me. I'm Ghost. Two fingers is peace. Later.
Later, peeps.